And God said, if I want you to preach, I'd say, Lord, I can preach. Lord, I talk, but a lot of people can't understand me, Lord. I held cerebral palsy.
Well, sometimes your gift is enough. Hey guys, welcome to another video, and we are so glad to be joining you again today. In today's video, we are going to be talking about something that I came across, and I thought that it's such an amazing thought to think about, because many times we can look at ourselves and see how God has gifted us perhaps, but we're not really walking in that gift or that talent because of limitations or circumstances. Maybe there's things that's restraining us from actually living out the full gifts that God has placed in our lives. Who's felt that way before? Well, I'm here to tell you today that there is a way for us to completely trust the Lord, to completely walk in His fullness and His purpose. Don't let the circumstances limit you, but rather let the circumstances propel you. Let those circumstances activate the fact that you need to use your gifts, your talents, what God has gifted you with, in order to push you into the direction to be a witness of Jesus Christ by sharing the good news of Jesus Christ by the good work the Lord is doing in your life. And that is exactly the video that we are going to be looking at today. But before we get to that, please do like, comment, and subscribe, as we are here, as we aspire to share hope, inspire passion, and see Christ. It's amazing to have you here. And so in this video, like I mentioned, we're going to be looking at a preacher that has cerebral palsy, and yet God has called him. He himself was not even convinced that this was for him, because how could he do something as public speaking, preaching, or sharing the word of God to a multitude of people, yet he's got this disability, yet the Lord has still used him. So, like I said, don't let the circumstances of what you're going through limit you from using the God-given gifts that God has given you in order for you to live out the purpose God has placed within you. So let's check out this video as we see what the Lord can do in someone's life. Check it out.
In 71, God called me to preach. Lay in bed when I'm minding my own business. You've been there too, huh? And God said, if I want you to preach, I'd say, Lord, I can preach. Lord, I talk, but a lot of people can't understand me, Lord. I held cerebral palsy. Can you imagine me telling God I held cerebral palsy? I got funny feeling, and God said, really? You got to be kidding. Tell me something I don't know, big boy. And I'd say, God, if you want me to preach, take a second look and then call me. He took that second look and he still called me to preach. And I got out of my bed, got my Bible, not my Webster, but my Bible, and turned it open to Philippians 4:13, which said, I can do all things through... I can do all things. And people, I'm not going to let their shaky body slow me down from doing what God called me to do. Little is much when God is in it. Don't ever judge a book by its... Now look at me. How should we propose it? Now, what's your problem?
Oh man, I got goosebumps right there watching that. That is so good. And just look at the way that he's speaking. He's got humor. He's getting the people engaged. He's talking. He's sharing Jesus. He's sharing Philippians 4 verse 13. And that is just so powerful. He poses such a powerful question at the end. But before we get to that, I like what he says with regards to he's not going to let a shaky body stop him from God's call on his life. He's not going to let the limitation stop him from doing what God has called him. He's not going to let the circumstance limit him from living in the fullness of God in his life. And it's almost as if, so to say, that his disability is the testimony that God definitely is there. Like he mentions, when God is in it, there's no one that can stop it. There's no one that can stop it. And so he poses this question at the end to say, if I've got this disability and I'm doing what God has called me to do, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? And today, let me ask you, have you perhaps felt a bit despondent or frustrated? Maybe you felt things are just not going anywhere. Maybe they're just not moving the way that you would like them to. Have you maybe been distracted by these circumstances more than living out in the purpose? Maybe it feels difficult, it feels strenuous, it feels like it perhaps doesn't get you anywhere. But I want to encourage you, while you are in the season of figuring things out, continue to use your gifts, wherever it might be, in church, in the community, amongst friends, amongst family. If it's something that you can do with your hands, being creative, do some things, build some things. It reminds me of Bezalel in the Old Testament, that helped build the Ark of the Covenant, and the Lord specifically asked Moses to approach Bezalel and get him involved. And it says that the Spirit of the Lord came upon Bezalel and his brothers as well, and they were able to build. So you see, it's not just that we are referring to perhaps spiritual gifts, but gifts that the Lord gives us to be creative with. And that is exactly what Bezalel did for Israel. And that's a powerful, powerful thing. Romans 12 verse 6 to 8 says, having gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, let us use them. If prophecy, in proportion to our faith; if service, in our serving; the one who teaches, in his teaching; the one who exhorts, in his exhortation; the one who contributes, in generosity; the one who leads, with zeal; the one who does acts of mercy, with cheerfulness. This verse speaks about spiritual gifts, but it gives us the principle to live it out in a way that's pleasing to the Father. That is in the same way what you might have. Maybe you are a creative. Maybe you're good at comedy. Perhaps, people don't want to hear that. Why not then serve in comedy? Do your skits. Maybe you're a good communicator and you want to do a podcast, but you don't have all the equipment. Well, just start with a phone. If you don't have a phone, borrow your mom's phone or someone's phone. Get started. Do something. And allow yourself to be in the season of preparation within your gift. And I think that is amazing. Ultimately, you using your gift should point people to Jesus Christ. But you can't be doing that if you're not walking in the fullness of your gift. God bless you guys. What's stopping you from using your gift? Amen.